is Kimberly Warrix, the KCI Care Coordinator for our Prestonsburg and Paintsville HomePlace clinics. Today, I would like to go over a brief activity that helps you kind of put your thoughts on paper and lets you kind of think about the ways that you respond to things. This is called Caring for Me. So I have a quick little graph here on one side that says when I. This will be where I put negative thoughts, actions, reactions, whatever I want to work on will go on this side. And on the maybe I can't side, this will be where your positive reactions that you can substitute for the negatives will go. So, for example, I'm going to put when I feel anxious. And please overlook my handwriting. It's very hard to write on these clipboards. So, when I feel anxious, my negative thought goes on this side. Maybe I can. And something that I like to do when I feel anxious, and I'm very guilty of this as well, I like to practice deep breathing exercises. So, well, I forgot to put practice on there, but you know what I'm talking about. So deep breathing exercises. And hopefully yours will look a lot better than mine is, but you know, it's a thought that counts, of course. So when I feel anxious, maybe I can practice deep breathing exercises. So I take whatever negative feeling I'm having, and this is just a brainstorming tool that you can use to replace that. So deep breathing is something that I personally use when I feel overwhelmed, and it helps me put my thoughts, put however I was going to react to a situation, kind of puts it in perspective for me. Because the last thing that you really want to do is react on fight or flight responses. And many of us are guilty of doing that. I'm guilty of it myself. This kind of helps you put things into perspective. That way, you can respond appropriately. You can respond in the safest way for yourself, possibly even for others. And another one that I will do, just to kind of get the flow of things, this doesn't have to be one thing. You can put 2, 3, 10, 50, however you want to go about it. You can put all kinds of different things on here. Just make sure that you can kind of flow, you can follow your own flow, I mean. So when I feel sad, maybe I can call a friend or a family member. Again, mine's going to look very basic. That way we can keep the video going at a smooth transition. But you kind of get the idea. So when I feel sad, maybe I can call a friend or a family member. Forgot the word member. It's all good. And this is something that I'm also guilty about. If I am having a negative thought, negative feeling, maybe I've just had a rough day, I'm guilty of kind of isolating. And isolation, especially in a time of a pandemic where isolation is highly encouraged right now, it can be a dangerous thing if you are having such negative thoughts that may lead to something more on the lines of suicidal ideation, even homicidal ideation. Those are feelings that we need to combat head on. And so when you feel sad, calling somebody that you know, heck, calling somebody that you don't know, using either a crisis line or a crisis text line, crisis blog, you know, whatever it is. Sometimes that's the best way to go. Just talk through it. If you're worried about somebody that you know being biased or even looking down on you, utilize the crisis lines. Mountain Comp has a crisis line. And that way you can have somebody that does not know your entire life story, so they cannot make a judgment call, and you receive a completely unbiased response or unbiased advice. But calling somebody or reaching out when you are feeling sad or lonely or depressed, please definitely do that. And I apologize for going off on a tangent there, but that is just something that I'm passionate about. So, in short, and getting back on what this video is about, caring for me is just a very quick, very simple thing that you can do. Put your negatives on one side, negative thoughts, feelings, so on and so forth. And think about ways that you can substitute those for something that's more positive and that can help you grow in the long run. So I hope that this very, very messy little demonstration has helped kind of figure out what to do on this. If you have any questions or if you just need somebody to reach out to, you can call any of our HomePlace clinics. There are 7 locations, soon to be 8, and I will list those numbers as well as the Mountain Comp helpline and the National Crisis Helpline and text line in the description below. But once again, this is Kim Warrix. I hope that you can benefit from this little exercise, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for joining me.